Uh, I'm a principal for 19 years. The reason why I said it because I'm a parent too. I live in the city of Boston. So therefore I invest. As a parent, I invest in my children's education. As a principal, I invest in my school. My second year at the Josiah Quincy School, I was in a very small school in East Boston. And then when I came to Quincy, I was overwhelmed. First of all, is the school size, 800 over. And then a lot of things. And you also heard from the two presentations, they are coming from top down. They have all these policies and then resources. Now, coming to us, the battlefield. The challenge is how I'm going to implement it, how I'm going to pick and choose what's right for the school. My first year, as always, we train as principal, observe first and see what things you need to move on, what things you need to drop, and policy, blah, 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 and all this. Second year is start implementation. However, I don't have that year of honeymoon period. It happened when budget got cut. The good news is we got the Bronze Award, right? The Alliance for a Healthier Generation. So my challenge was, I strongly believe health component plays a major role in our children's education. Simple terms, if we want our kids to come to school and be successful, you cannot just tell them to study. You have to provide them, like Joe said, the environment, the foundation. So that's the reason why I strongly advocate for that. Not only because we got a Bronze Award and then we have to sustain it, the goal for us and the challenge for me to sustain it. Where can I find the money? So what I did, I just want to try to think creatively to ensure that we can continue providing help. And I strongly believe that if we do not have a curriculum to implement in the school and tell kids these other things, helping kids how to read the labels, helping kids how to make the right choice. Like what Jill said, when the kids walk into the lunchroom bringing a soda, right, chips, and then in the meantime we tell kids, eat healthy. It's not very healthy, so the kids would definitely be confused. We tell them one thing, we preach them one thing, they don't practice it. So therefore we need to have a health coordinator. So what I did was try to find some money, pay them for some money, and then try to create a part-time position and then sort of make it work full-time. All right, so that he's able to work with all our third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade students annually for the whole year. So that's one of the things. Now, I also brought with me some of the flyer. I have one in yellow page, and one in white, and one in what should I call salmon color. I just want to share with you, a lot of these things that we talk about, which I have not yet started, it need to be communicated and shared. One of it is, again, this is all in bilingual, because we have a 60% high in Chinese population. So everything we send out has to be translated in both languages in a short period of time. This is a health watch that we print out to all our families monthly. And then this is my school bulletin that I send out from the principal's office, and I also talk about many things. The reason why I brought this up because we also have an item here to talk about, something very important. And so the health coordinator, I just want to make it clear, is not just solely teaching health. It's easy. When you teach health, you just go in the classroom and teach health. But that person turned out to be a coordinator. Right? Problem is, he only teaches half of our school populations, close to 400, 500 students. We're very lucky we have partnership. And sitting right in front of me, Dr. Tang, he volunteered and also talked to South Cove Health Clinic. And he comes to teach health to our second graders. How long you been doing it? 3, 4 years? Something like 6 years, wow, same time. So he knows a lot more. But the kids really see him as a friend, coming really, show some of, all the insights, how health could be implemented in school, not only, but also at home. So all those things, that's skill. So he really building the foundation. But honestly, we cannot reach out to all the students, but we try to supplement it. Supplement, what it means is we try to bring in other resources so that we can have our kindergartners be able to also have an exposure of health component and then first grade. because we only touch base on second grade all the way up. So our health coordinator, his role basically, other than teaching health, he's also co-chairing the health wellness committee. Like Joe said, we have to have a committee continue looking at the health issues. And I'm blessed to have a super health teacher and gym teacher. She always continues looking out for funding and resources for our students. I think Gem a Minute. Are you all familiar with Gem a Minute? In the morning when we do our Pledge of Allegiance, right after we finish our prep, that's our initial, at the start of the school, instead of the school bell, we do the Pledge of Allegiance together. Then, right after that, you can hear the building in front of you. Why? Because they are all exercising for 5 to 10 minutes. And when I walk the building, I could see kids were sitting down and doing push-up and then moving around. So that's one thing. We sort of like supplemented, in terms of, yes, we do not have a health teacher teaching kindergarten, teaching first grade, but we use that. So that's Jump Win is one of them. And then we also have, in our lunchroom, we put up all these signs, fill up to play 60. So kids love it. It's an international, it's an internet thing. The kids they just need to wear a bracelet and then they have to move. And then really counts how many minutes you move, and then they can input it in the computer. So that's another way for them to win something. And an initiative for kids to really engage, move around and do something special. And then we also have Paul Pierce camp, and the school is pretty much like a place everyone want to come and take a bite of it. In Paul Pierce camp and do some video shop, broadcasting and stuff like that. And then we also have Mr. O is our health teacher, to teach morning classes, basketball team. We also create an opportunity for the student to play basketball with the staff, including myself. So all those things, these are things that, but we need some people who can run it. And I think the health teacher, from my side, is not only somebody academic, it's somebody who is also making all these connections. Right? He was working in one of the schools last year, and then we found out his job got cut. So right away I asked around whether we can get somebody economical, not cheap, that I can hire him, that I can put him full-time making some here. So what? He's moving here as well. So make sure that he can work full-time with us. It worked out really well. And then he had a very good partnership working with the gym teacher. And so he also, after school, at least somebody that he likes to work in the school in the morning and then in the afternoon. He also took a group of students called the enrichment program, play the sports and scholars. And so he's a coach in addition to what he does during the day. And then the basketball workshop I mentioned. I also share with you in this yellow flyer the curriculum that we want to implement. I think I did ask permission from CITYCONNECTS that we can continue using that curriculum so that we can really have something to follow through. It's a long journey for us. I think each year, I think for principal, I speak on behalf as a principal, it's always something that we have to look forward to. And next year, I have to start thinking what we can do. One thing I've been thinking about is to, aside from health issue, we also want to tie many of the aspects of that we can help our students benefit. I'm a strong believer in elementary education, even though I started my career as a middle school teacher. And I thought that I fell in love with middle school, my whole career will end in middle school, except I was wrong. I got demoted. I used to work when I was a professional teacher the second year, and then I was told, you lost your job because of seniority, so I ended up in elementary school. And I fell in love with it, and I never changed. And I became a principal, and I still continue as a elementary school principal. So all these things, I see that is really a foundation. Elementary school education, speak on behalf as a principal, is it. That if we are not able to introduce to our students the aspect of health and also all the other opportunity, I don't think we can do that much when our students graduate from our school and go to the middle school and then go to the high school. It's a lot more catching up to do. So therefore, I mean, my challenge and my goal as a principal, aside from being overwhelmed with so many different things coming in, I need to sort out what's good and what is going to benefit our children. Up on my radar screen is I want to bring in a music program for our students. So music is part of it, of the health component. You're talking about music, you're talking about movement, you're talking about appreciation and learning some instruments. So these are all the things that I think the school is continually reloading. That is the reason why our school is being successful. I think that's the reason why a lot of partnership want to come to work with our students. For the community, our close partnership with South Coast Neighborhood Health Center, and we also work closely with Tough Medical Center as well as Tough Dental. We have a clinic right in our school called the dental clinic. So our students receive, basically, instead of going all the way to the dental school, they get the dental teeth cleaning as well as the checkup. And then we also provide some help for students who have asthma problem, and then also have issues on learning disability, ADHD. So all these things is really encompass everything. They all tie into each other. Academic is strong, and you see the presentation at the very beginning where Mary talks about you have family, you have academic, you have health. This is true. We cannot just fully talk about academic. I think if you go to any successful school, elementary school, middle school, and high school, they all have this all tied together. That's why we need to speak on that behalf when we write on our wisdom. I also have to address the whole component of health aspect. So it's a long journey for us. It's still a continual journey. And I'm glad my children, my 2 children, they all graduate from my school, not the Quincy, but the school before that, because I strongly believe in a way that I can sell my product as a principal, that I believe in what I'm doing and I invest in what I'm doing. So thank you.